Okay, this is always fun. Oh, I guess I'm kind of. Let me see. Hello. Um, all messages. Okay. Oh, oh, hey, Chris. How are you? What time is it over there? I'm always interested to know. Hey, Lori. Oh my gosh, long time no see, Lori. It has been too long, it seems like. Yes, very good to see you. Oh, look, it's Beth. Hey, Beth. Oh, okay, find your AirPods. Hey, guys. Yes, I'm so glad to see all y'all. It is nice to see all of you guys. Um, it's been a while, it seems like. Well, it hasn't, it's just I haven't been very active on YouTube or anything really. I've kind of been in a hibernation stage. Um, very recently, my stepfather died. And so for about the past 3 weeks, I've been dealing with that. And I'm taking it a little bit harder than I thought I would. Oh, you saw? Okay, yeah, I posted a video on my other channel. Um, yes, that book really helped. Thank you for watching, Lori. I saw I had some comments, but I haven't had a chance to really look at the comments and read them yet. It's kind of been go, 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 just because we went out to lunch with my dad. That was my brother's and I's birthday on Wednesday. We have the same birthday, but we're 2 years apart. So my dad likes to take us out to lunch. Thank you, Beth. Yeah, it's always hard to lose a loved one, and he's my stepdad, and he's been in our lives for like 20, 22 years, and we didn't see him all that often because they lived out in the country. They live about 3 hours away from where we live. So, we saw them maybe once a quarter, I guess. And of course I talk to my mom way more often, but yeah, thank you, Lori. Thank you. But he's always just kind of been there. He was kind of a tortured soul, but he hid it very well. And I really didn't understand this until after. Thank you, Beth. Thank you. I turned 45. Um, I didn't really understand what a tortured soul he was until I guess I received that. I don't know how to call it, but like sometimes I just get these feelings over me, right? It's like a sentient, it just like comes over me, and it's like I can just feel the anguish, the torment, the sadness of the situation. And that's how he was. He was an alcoholic. He drank Bud Light. But he wasn't, one of those mean alcoholics, but nonetheless it took a toll on his body. And so that's ultimately how he died, was because of his alcoholism. But he drank alcohol, what I have come to understand, to hide those feelings that he was trying to run away from for so long. And it got to the point where he was drinking from sun up to sundown, like literally, until he when he woke up, he crack open a beer and he would go to bed, just drinking Bud Light. But it wasn't always like that. I know he liked to drink, and he would go to work, and he would always go to work. My mom said he never missed a day of work. He would go to work and do what he had to do. Then he would come home, and sometimes, he would come home and drink the night away. So, but I just felt that pain and that sadness that he carried with him. And 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 I don't know why I got that. I don't know why I understood that about him after he passed. I wish I could have helped him, and I think there was an opportunity maybe for me to help him, but I think it was a little too late because um yeah, yeah, it is sad when somebody is a functioning alcoholic or a functioning addict. Um there's lots of that in my family. Um but what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, there was kind of a situation between us where I said something, and quite often I say things that trigger people. I don't know if that's a gift, but it triggers people. But often it starts a conversation because, of course, I have to go and explain myself. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings, but I said this because, that type of thing. And usually there's kind of from that comes an understanding. And I think that's part of my gift is because, I can trigger people. Oh my gosh. Hey, Sarah, how are you? Welcome. Oh, so nice to see you, Sarah. I'm glad you're here. Sarah reads tarot and oracle for your soul. She reads at a bookstore out in is it New Mexico, Arizona? And she makes content, but I think it's been a while, right, Sarah, since you've made a video. Um, so anyway, enough about my yes, Lori. Thank you for being here, Lori. It's always nice to see you. I've got I have turned off my notifications on a lot of my devices and my apps. So that's kind of why I'm MIA. Lori and I communicate a lot on Discord because we study astrology. And so I've just been kind of MIA, but I think our whole group is kind of going through that right now. So yes, Roswell, New Mexico. Oh, good. Oh, good. I'll be on the lookout for that. Yes, I'm fine. I am okay. Yes, I did. My stepdad died the 15th of November was when he passed. Yeah. So, yeah, I just not only just because of my stepdad's passing, but I've also been going through things on a personal level, just kind of fighting things. What I mean by fighting things is because I know I need to do something, but I'm not doing it because I'm hard-headed, right? And a lot of that is spiritual. Like it's time for me to, I guess, level up in my spirituality. And and as I've gotten older, I see this what is it? Like a rhythm going where I will do this thing. Oh, hey Fatima, welcome. Welcome, welcome. So I'll go through this thing where I'll need to do some spiritual things, and I'll start, doing the cleansing and the altar work and all of the things that I do. And then I sort of level up, right? And then I'm there, I'm good for a while, and then it happens to me again, and then I have to go through that whole cycle, right? I've got to go through this whole cycle of of I guess leveling up, getting to the next level. So hello, Kiki. Nice to see you. You're new here. And that's where I'm at right now. And usually when I'm at that point where I need to do what it is that I need to do, but I'm avoiding it, I just kind of shut down because shutting down actually pushes me into it because I ignore it for so long or I just push it to the side. And then at some point it's just like, do it now. So, okay, Kiki. Yeah, it is not. It is not. It's always so hard. And I wish it were easier, but then well, no, I do. I wish it were a little bit easier. Okay, Kiki. Yeah. That's nice. I'm gonna do some tarot readings. So if I guess I'll do one for the oh yeah, yeah, I am. So what we're doing today, I'm using these decks that Elizabeth gave me. We thank you, Lori. Um, Elizabeth and I did this deck swap. Use my decks was the hashtag. And so I'm thinking about keeping this deck, Tarot of Oneness. And I'll show you guys the box. It's actually pretty cool. So I'm using all of her decks because I've got to send them back to her. She's already sent me mine back. And she was like, oh, don't worry, send it whenever you're ready. And that is something you do not tell a procrastinator. Okay. So yeah, this is a really pretty deck. So that's that's Judgment. Here's the Four of Swords, the Fool. It's RWS based, and some of the cards I like, and I'm trying to get away from RWS, and I have been for a while. And so what is keeping me from actually buying this deck from Elizabeth is that it's RWS based. So and so that's what's keeping me from it. But it's a good reader. Ooh, check out the Seven of Swords. I mean, goodness gracious. That is amazing. I think this is my favorite card. And the courts are renamed. So yeah, it's just a really cool deck. So I'm going to use that deck. And then she also sent me the Phantom Tarot deck, which is a black and white deck. And this one's pretty cool too. And she edged it in red. I actually have this deck, but it was really cool to have it with this red edging because my deck is not edged. And then she's got Tarot of Landscapes, which is just, landscapes. A very pretty deck. Very, very pretty deck. I like this deck too. It was an easy read. Yeah, the edging is cool. It goes great with the art because it's black and white. Yeah, this is a really cool deck. This is a sad card. Yeah. Yes. And then we also have this deck, which is on its second printing, which is the Creatures Tarot. I don't think she wants to get rid of this deck, but this deck is just really cute. It also RWS based. So I was thinking that I would just buy the second edition, which comes with an extra, I think, 12 cards. I think the artist redid some of the majors. So it's really funny because I put all of these decks right side up. I read reversals and I put them all right side up, and I'm like thinking to myself, well, I read reversals, so if I put the reversals in, I'm just gonna have to spend more time putting them right side up. And this is the last one, Mystic Mondays. So this one's pretty cool too. Again, RWS based. So I wanted a pop of red. Yeah, yeah. Yep. The pop of red is just amazing. I think it is the best color. I have not altered any of my decks. This is the Mystic Mondays, by the way, and I like this deck. It's glossy. The backs are cool. This is on sale at Walmart for like 20 bucks. So I'm scared of edging my decks too. I don't alter my decks. I don't cut them. All these people are trimming off borders and doing all this crazy stuff. So, so anyway, those are the 5 decks. And so if anybody wants a reading, we can go ahead and start. The moon is in Gemini tonight, and also conjunct Jupiter. Oh, my husband got me a telescope for my birthday, and it is amazing to look at the surface of the moon. And we also looked at Saturn, and we were able to see the rings of Saturn. Actually, it just looks like one shiny ring, but it's really cool to see that. So yeah, that is awesome. I love it. So I'm going to do a reading for the collective for the moon in Gemini. And the moon, of course, is our emotions, the way we feel about things. It's the way we think of things, our attachment to things. Thank you, Sarah. Yes, my birthday was Wednesday. I'm 45 years old. I'm an 80s baby. Anytime I say I'm an 80s baby, I think about my cousin. Her birthday is literally, she says she's an 80s baby, but her birthday is literally December 31st, 1989, like the last day of the dang 80s. So it's funny. Oh, cool. Yay. Ooh, March what? My daughter's birthday is in March. So, oh, that's awesome. Yes. Yes. Telescopes are awesome. I had a telescope when I was younger. I couldn't really see much. It was one of those plastic ones, you know, and then it came with those little slide things. The 25th. Oh, awesome. Awesome. One of my besties, Alicia, she passed over too a couple of years ago. Her birthday's the 24th of March. Yeah. She was my very first roommate. We met in high school. She was so much fun. Yes, go 80s. Okay, so let's see what's going on for this Gemini moon. Oh, we got the devil. Ooh, June 1981. My mom's birthday's in June. We've got the Eight of Wands. And we've got the King of Wands. Whoa, lots of fire here. You know, we associate the devil, of course, with fire because, you know, he's burning in hell. Allegedly. And then we've got the Eight of Wands, which is fire, and King of Wands, which is air of fire. So the devil card coming out. So there are some things that are needing to be addressed, I would say. So we have the devil looking at the wands. We also have the King of Wands. We have the devil looking at the Eight of Wands, and we have the King of Wands looking at the Eight of Wands as well. So, so what I would say about this is there's some action that is taken upon that needs to be started, right? Something needs to be put in motion, set in motion. And it has something to do with something that we may be overlooking, that maybe we're hiding from, maybe that we want to overlook it, and we're purposefully not taking into account what needs to be done. With our King of Wands here, he is this guy who is taking action, but taking a directed action because he is air, right? First, because he's a king, he is of the suit of air. And hey, Sali. So my name is Desiree. Nice to see you. Welcome in. We're doing tarot readings. Would you like a tarot reading? With tarot cards. Oh, you're from Istanbul. Okay. I have a friend in Turkey. His name is Bogak. We met on a video game, and we talk once in a while through Instagram. So what I'm seeing here for this Gemini new moon is Gemini is an air sign. So they're thinking, no, I don't know Turkish. I don't even think, I know Mahaba, which is hello, right? So there was one more that I know. Nope, I can't think of it. Yeah, no, I only know Mahaba. Am I married? Yes, I'm married. I have 4 kids. I have 4 dogs. Are you married? So we've got the King of Wands, and he's looking at the Eight of Wands, but he is taking some decisive action. So he is really putting a game plan together before he takes this decisive action. And we also have the devil over here looking at this Eight of Wands, and so there's a part of you that wants to take this action, but it is oh, well, thank you, Sali. We need more love in this world. Thank you for my roses, and I love you too. um some people just need some love. They come in here and maybe they're bored, or maybe they need something. So I don't know. It's but anyway, if he wants to stick around for 300 seconds and come back in and say hello again, he can. But it seems like when you put somebody in timeout, they don't come back, right? um um Back to the reading. I keep getting sidetracked. I need to stop looking at the chat when I'm reading, but I can't help it. Okay. So, decisive action on something that you may be overlooking, either on purpose or just sort of oblivious, but there is something that needs to be acted upon, and it needs to be acted upon with a plan, not just go in willy-nilly, not just going in blindly, but understanding what the issue is, thinking about it, pondering it, and then taking a plan to and then making a plan to take that action is what I am seeing here. And that is great for this Gemini moon, right? Because Gemini is, like I said, the air energy. It's the twins energy. You often have two sides of something, and you can often think of it as like the twos in tarot, where you have two options. You've got two things. You have two possibilities that you're mulling over. Something that is it this or that? Should I do this or that? And you almost have two distinct positions about something. And when we have the moon, which is a feeling sign, a feeling body, a water body, emotional, it's time. It gives us a desire or a push to look at two things in different ways and take those two sides, kind of play devil's advocate with those two sides, okay? And especially when it comes to emotions with the devil, right? The devil is often trying to this energy is very good at hiding, is very good at keeping things from you, kind of doing a mirage type thing. So it's really good to play devil's advocate, no pun intended. It's really good to play devil's advocate on that type of thing, but it's really hard for us to take a step back and say, hey, that is something about ourselves that needs to be changed, or that is something about ourselves that we need to address. So it's really hard. So, and I think with the moon being in an air sign like Gemini, it gives us that opportunity to look at both sides and to kind of look at things, from a bird's eye view, and kind of look at it in all different types of aspects. And that's what the King of Wands is for, right? Because he's that air energy. He's that pinnacle of the mental energy, the mental suit, and he can really understand, and then he can take action with that. So yeah, very good reading for the moon in Gemini. So, oh, thank you. Yeah, I don't like to be mean to people, unless they're just like totally rude. Even then, I'm usually not mean. I kind of laugh it off because I feel sorry for them. Like I couldn't imagine going into somebody's live or making a mean comment on a video. Just kind of keep it to yourself. So I don't know. You've got to be in a. To me, you've got to be in an awkward space, or I guess maybe a space that I just don't understand, to go into something like this and to run amok. So Yes, thank you, Lori. It is a little bit distracting. I was actually trying to scare him. I was like, this is a tarot reading. You know? Okay. Yeah, I do the timeout thing as well because I feel like I don't know. I don't yeah, I usually time people out. And I think it's because when they come in, I want to get them out so quickly and I always see the timeout button first and I always press that button. I don't usually use any other button. But then it times them out for like these weird seconds, like 300 seconds. Like, who calculates that? Like, how many actually seconds is that? 300 seconds, that would be like a minute. 4 minutes, right? I don't know. I'm not going to break out my calculator. All right, so this next deck is the Phantom Tarot. So I know I'm not going to keep this deck or buy this deck because I already have it. But I might just edge it in red because this is so cool. I mean, gosh, this is just so cool. So sometimes a comment is so dumb. I know. You're welcome, Sarah. It was nice seeing you. I'll see you soon, Sarah. Thank you for coming in. Take care. All right. So we can do another reading. Let's see. So with the moon coming into close conjunction with Jupiter, in Gemini, Jupiter is expansive energy. Jupiter is that planet that's that brings abundance, that opens things up. So with those two coming in, with those two being in Gemini, I really do feel that we can use that energy to expand on something that perhaps we want to grow in. And devil energy is certainly a space in where we need to grow. So it's often, you know, our addictions or it can have something to do with some trauma, but things that we consciously or unconsciously push away. And Jupiter can expand that in a way to either it can be expanded in both ways, right? It could be expanded in the way that it helps you push it away more, which is never really good. Or it can help you where you can expand your ability to look at a situation in the Gemini way, right? Weighing both two or more situations and looking at them objectively. All right, let's see what the Phantom Tarot has to say. Oh, I should have used the Tarot of Oneness. It's too late now. So we've got the Empress, we've got the Two of Cups, and we've got the Queen of Wands. And that's really nice. So the Empress here is a pregnant Empress, and Two of Cups and Queen of Wands. So this is lots of feminine energy I see. The Empress, of course, is the most feminine card here. And then we've got the Queen of Wands, who is water of fire. So she can be a bit of a, are you calling me? Oh, I thought that was my daughter, like whispering, Mom, Mom. I need to put my hair up. It's kind of hot in here. Oh. Okay. All right. So the Queen of Wands, like I said, this can be a bit of an explosive energy because when you put fire and water together, you know, it creates steam. So this to me is more of a transmuting energy, but it kind of depends how you want to use it. But being next to the Two of Cups, I really feel like there is a change. There is a transformation going on. There's some energies that are coming together that are combining and that are creating a sort of a new energy. And the Empress here as well in this reading, and she is cultivating this energy. She's taking care of it. She's allowing it to gestate within her, and she's pouring all of her personal resources into this to help bring this energy into fruition, to give the energy, whatever it is, the situation, to give the energy um her resources to so that this energy can fully bloom. So whoever this reading is for, so it looks like there is an opportunity. There is something that is brewing, and there is something that you're working towards, that you're putting your energies in, and you're actually catalyzing it so that you can bring it into fruition. So that's good. And then we have strength at the bottom of the deck, which is always a good card because it's that personal, that inner strength, that inner will, that inner drive that helps to to push us forward, even in the face of adversity, or in a time where we just, we don't even feel like we are worthy or that we can do it. So this is a wonderful energy as well. Whoever this reading is for, I see whatever it is that you're working on, keep going that way, keep pushing that energy through, and keep pouring in those resources, that good juju, because it's really going to get you to the place that you want to go. All right, so that's a good one. Whew, I wasn't feeling well. Maybe I started feeling kind of weird maybe about 2 hours ago. So I had to brew some echinacea tea. I put a little throat coat tea in there because I'm kind of nasally at the same time. And then I threw some chamomile in here too. So I'm gonna sleep well tonight. I have to keep an eye on the time. My daughter is at work. So and she's not driving yet, so I have to pick her up. Okay, so next I'm going to use the Creatures Tarot, and we've got the Devil at the bottom of the deck. This is one of the cards that the author, she made a second one for this one. And the author is Sarah Kathleen. So, and I like this Devil because we see that this creature here is being held by something, right? And that's often the energy of the Devil, is something has captured us, something has caught us, right? Something has a hold of us, and sometimes we're a little bit powerless to set ourselves free. But really, that's only an illusion. We're not powerless. The power actually resides within us to set ourselves free, and we're the only people who can set ourselves free. Okay, so let's see what this deck has to say. This is a cool deck. I like it. I really liked it when Elizabeth was using it. She, oh, you know what? It looks like my camera's shaking a little bit. Oh, I have to be careful. So I have one of those phone holders that sits on the desk. So I need to make sure that I'm not banging the desk. I should put it somehow so that it's not on the desk. Tisk tisk. Okay. Try not to shake my camera. All right, let's see what we got in the Creatures Tarot. Oh, we've got another Queen of Wands. Ooh, and then we got the Fool. This is a really pretty card. She did this one again as well. And this one is more of a close-up on the flying creature. Oh, and then we got another Queen, Queen of Cups. Okay, so we've got some water energy here with the two queens. And then we've got, of course, got the Queen of Cups and the Fool, which is generally considered air energy, I would say. Um, and then we've, of course, got the element of fire in here with the Queen of Wands. So I definitely feel that there is an energy of wanting to step forward. And I feel that, you know, with the Fool, it's an energy of wanting to go forward, to to kind of step into a realm of unknown, or a place where you're not quite sure, you're unsure in that place. But we have the two queens here, and to me it feels like this realm, this place that you're stepping in as the Fool, it's not that you are, it's not that you're apprehensive about it. I feel that there is quite a strong connection to what you're doing. You're you may be a little hesitant to step. However, you're only hesitant because you don't know what's going to happen, but you are fully confident in what your abilities are. You're fully confident in the direction that you want to go, and you basically have a plan. You're full force into this situation that you're wanting to step into. So, so I feel that whatever it is, this idea that you have, or maybe this thing that you're beginning to do, this is a good thing for you. This is something for you to move forward. This is something for you to keep working on, and something that that you're passionate about, and that you're fully confident in your abilities. So, so that's good there. Awesome. And then we have the star at the bottom of the deck. Ah, that's cool. I like the Creatures Tarot, and I always admire it when Elizabeth is doing her YouTube shorts. I like it a lot. All right, so now we can do the Mystic Mondays Tarot. Oh, yay. I got 5 likes. Oh, seems like everybody has gone out. It must just be Beth and Lori hanging out. Do you guys want a reading? Feel free to interrupt me. Oh, yes, Beth is still here. Feel free to interrupt me. Um, this deck is pretty cool because each of the suits and the majors are different colors. So the pentacles are green, the majors are silver, of course the wands are red, the cups are blue, and I think the swords are like a very light blue. All right. Okay, ladies. Okay, Beth, you said yes first. Do you have a question? Is there a particular situation that you need some guidance on? I'm still shaking my phone. And do you have a deck preference, right? We have those 5 decks for you, Beth. I like shuffling these. You know, the one that I really like to shuffle is the Tarot of Oneness. So while you get your question together, Beth, I'm going to shuffle these cards. Does my phone shake? Does it look like I'm shaking? Just out of curiosity, because this table is really wobbly. I mean, it's not really wobbly. It's more so the holder. It's one of those snake holders that has the little screw grip like this, and you screw it and it grips, and then you can kind of shape the snake however, you know, wherever you want to put it, and angle it. It's really cool, actually. It's really cool. Okay, might sound silly, but I keep dreaming about my ex. Oh, okay. Any deck. Okay, thank you, Lori. Yeah, I'm conscious of it. I'm trying to be careful. I pulled out the Tarot of Oneness, so I'll just to shuffle it. So I'll just continue with this one. All right. So Beth wants to know about this dream. Interesting. I miss dreaming. I used to have very lucid dreams. I would be able to wake up and, go to the restroom or whatever it is that I needed to do. And then I would be able to step right back into the dream. I would also be very aware that I was dreaming. And while I'm dreaming, I would be very aware. I'd be like, oh, this is a dream. And so I would be able to direct direct what needed to go, direct it, right? I would be able to say, hey, I want to go here. I can do this. It's a dream. It's not real. So I can do whatever I want. That type of thing. So, and that was about maybe 7 years ago that and for some reason those types of dreams just stopped. I stopped dreaming entirely for almost a year. And then I would have dreams that I would only remember like minutes after I woke up. And I would not be able to remember it afterwards. And yeah, I do. I love those dreams. And also those dreams, I would have dreams where I would have this particular intense feeling within my dream, and I would wake up with that intense feeling, and it would stay with me throughout the day. Like one time I had a dream about a guy, and I really, was infatuated with him. I loved him with all my heart. I wanted to be with him so much. And that feeling carried with me throughout the entire day, where I just could not stop thinking about this guy in my dream. I was just like, oh my gosh, he's just amazing and I want him back. Like, where is he? And so needless to say, I don't dream like that anymore. My dreams are slowly coming back, and I can sometimes remember them, sometimes, but it's not nearly what it used to be. And that makes me very sad. So, all right, Beth, let's see what is going on with this dream here. Okay. Interesting, Beth. So, you have the Tower, which nobody really likes this card. However, I see this as an opportunity. The Two of Feathers, which is the Two of Swords. I'm sorry, the Two of Swords. I don't think they rename them. No, they don't, because then we have the Three of Swords, which is also feathers. I'm sorry, the Four of Swords. So you've got the Tower, Two of Swords, Four of Swords. So we've got some air energy here, along with this major arcana, the Tower. Now the Tower is a cataclysmic event, right? It's a very shaken, sudden event. And what this event is meant for, it's meant to catalyze change. It's meant to institute a kind of change that, number one, you're not ready to make, and number two, you're not really willing to make. However, it's something that needs to happen. It's like a cleaning out. It's like a cleansing, if you will. And so this tower breaks down, and it's time to rebuild this tower, but with better intent, with a better foundation, with better materials, right? And so maybe what was built before didn't have that integrity that was needed or that is called for in this situation. Or how it was built before, it no longer serves you. At one point it may have, but now it seems like it seems like it's not serving you anymore. So then you've got the Two of Swords and the Four of Swords. Now the Two of Swords often it speaks about a choice, right? A blind choice. Um, and you have two ways to go. You've got two options. You have, like this card shows, you've got door number one, door number two, and they both offer different things. Okay. And then you've got the Four of Swords, which is relaxation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pull some more cards on this one, because I need some more information. Let me, I reached for this deck, but I do want to use the Creatures Tarot instead. All right. So what I'm seeing here, Beth, is there's some air energy. You're thinking about it. There was a choice, but at first there seems to be a peace element. Okay. There was some kind, there may be, there was some sort of cataclysmic event, something that was very disruptive, and it caused there to be a choice to be had. But whatever the choice was, it seemed like you were comfortable with it, right? It made sense to you. Oh, Eight of Pentacles. Oh, wow. The Hanged Man. Oh, okay. So that's confirmation on what I just said. And then we've got the Star again. Okay, so I drew 9 more cards. It's my usual spread, 3 on top, 6 in the middle, 3 on bottom. So what we have underneath the tower, we've got the Five of Cups, which is sadness. We've got the Moon, which is hidden things, emotion. And then we also have the Ace of Pentacles down here. So with this cataclysmic event, this abrupt change, of course, brought sadness, but it brought an opportunity for you. And I think that opportunity was for you to really understand that your emotions, your feelings about the certain situation. And it brought about a choice, right? We've got the Hanged Man here. And so this guy is thinking, uh he's in a state of suspension where he's trying to understand, which really goes with this Two of Swords, this choice that is being made, right? And so this is made, the Hanged Man is major arcana as well. But what I also like is that you have the Star here. And what I see what happened with this choice is that it took you a while to come from this choice, to come to this choice. Okay. And it took a lot of hard work for you to understand what your emotions and what your feelings were about this cataclysmic situation. But eventually you got there. Eventually you got to where you needed to be, and the Star is that, like, that guiding light, that North Star, that guiding star that directs us, that takes us where we want to go. It's where our heart is pulling us to. And so I see ultimately you made you made a decision. So I'm reading this as it was in the past. I don't know what happened with you guys in the past. Um, and I think the decision that you made, you were at peace with it. But it did take you a while to get there, and I really feel like it changed you into who you are now, right? The Ace of Cups, it really changed you on an emotional level, whatever happened between you guys. And interestingly enough, the last card that I drew is the Seven of Cups. And so I think this dream, um, to me, is that there are some old emotions that are coming back up that have to do with what happened between you and your ex, right? it's not necessarily about him, but there was a situation that surrounded your ex, um, and that emotion or that situation is coming up for you now. Okay. And so, what I'm being called here, what you're being called here to do is to remember whatever it was that you learned with your ex. And don't forget that lesson that you learned, because you need to apply it to what's going on now, in some sort of way, because the Seven of Cups is the cup of options, right? You've got all these things to choose from. You've got many different ways. You've got many different ways to interpret your emotions, ways to follow your emotions, right? Sometimes when we're in a state of limbo, we know that we can go this way, this way, this way, or that way, and we don't quite know which way to go. But the Seven of Cups is here to remind us that while you might have all these options, they're not always all for you. And so the star, I feel, is here to remind you that lesson that you learned with your ex and apply that to your current situation, because you do have all these options. You do have different ways to go. You can run in any direction, but the lesson that you need, the lesson that you learned with your ex and around that situation has to be applied to the situation now. And that's what I have for you, my friend. Oh, good. I'm glad it makes a lot of sense. Hmm. I didn't quite know where it was going with the first three cards, but then it came to me as I was shuffling the Creatures Tarot. And then as the cards came out for the Creatures Tarot, it really solidified what I thought about the first three cards. Um, and that's my usual spread. I use 12 cards, right? 6, 9, 12. Yeah. Yeah, that's my usual spread. I use that. And I don't know where I got that from. That's just how I started reading. Um, I started out with 3 cards, and then I was like, well, these 3 cards need some clarifiers. And then I would give it, I gave it a couple of clarifiers. So then I had 9 cards, and I was like, oh, well, I think I need a card at the bottom too, because that kind of rounds out the reading. And it did. And, oh, I mixed the cards in. I put the Tarot of Oneness in with the Creatures Tarot. Ooh, is that a sign that I should get both decks? So the only thing with getting the Creatures Tarot is that it comes, hi, Halo. Sure, you can ask a question, Halo, but you are after Lori. And let me read Lori's question. Yes, so if I buy the Creatures Tarot, I'll have to pay the shipping from the UK, and there's still that tariff that's going on. So, Halo, if you want to type your question in the chat, yeah, go ahead and type the question in the chat, and I'll get ready for Lori's question. All right, let's see. Let me scroll back to Lori's. Okay, Lori's question. So my question is about running my own retreats for this next year. I'm dreaming of places all over. Any deck and thank you. Also, how will this change affect my marriage? I won't be gone all the time, but I can be making larger chunks of the money. You won't be gone all the time, or you will be gone all the time, Lori? Because, I mean, let's see. I'm dreaming of places all over. Because are you guys planning on moving together? So like if you want to open a place in, say, Arizona. I'm trying to remember where you're from, Lori. Florida? No, not all the time. Okay. All right, I'm going to use the Tarot of Oneness again, because this is one of the ones that I'm like, should I get? Okay. All right. Okay, Lori. So I've known Lori for about a year, and the more I talk with her, the more I find out what an interesting character she is. So I just found out that Lori is Reiki certified. She also reads astrology. I think you can read tarot as well, right? Oh, and she is trained in yoga. But one yoga training. 10-day by my daughter and granddaughter. Okay. All right. So she wants to know about running her own retreat. Okay. All right. I got to make sure I shuffle these good. I feel shuffling clears the energy out of the cards because I don't know why. I don't know. Because it feels like it's like and it pushes it out. I used to use Palo Santo for everything to clean and copal, but that's expensive. Okay. Hi, Sharon. Oh, sure. Yes, we're doing tarot readings here. You can go, I'm reading for Lori right now, and then I have one person after Lori, and if you'd like, I can read your cards as well. All right, Lori wants to know about her retreat. Ooh, you've got the Ace of Wands, Lori. Oh my gosh, and the High Priestess. Oh gosh, and the Empress. Oh my gosh. That is super cool, right? And then on top of that, at the bottom of the deck, you got the Seven of Cups as well. So this is a really cool Seven of Cups. This is one of the cards that it is RWS base, but I like it a lot. So, okay, with the Ace of Wands, Lori, you have definitely have the capability, the drive to take on this retreat. Also with the High Priestess, your experience within the hidden realms, the unseen realms, you know, Reiki, yoga, astrology, this makes you a very good candidate for doing this. The Empress energy as well, that nurturing spirit that you have, that that ability to sense things about people. I really like that we have the Empress and the High Priestess together, because not only are you intuitive, but you're also very caring, and the intuition and that innate sense of wanting to care for people, caring about people's well-beings. You this is just this is the best. This is a great career path for you, if you want to say this is a great path for you to take. I'm gonna pull some more cards from the Mystic Mondays. I don't think we use this deck just yet. Okay, let's see. So I like where this is headed for you, Lori. And I think this idea that you have opening up the retreat and helping others, you know, understand things about themselves, diving deep within themselves, uncovering the hidden behind the veil. This is right up your alley. This is something that you were born to do, you know, having that intuition and understanding things about people, and coupled with the Empress energy, caring, putting in your resources, is an awesome thing. So, ooh. Oh, good. Okay. All right. So, very first card for you from the Mystic Mondays Tarot is death. So, death is a transformation, right? It's literally shedding something, shedding our meat suit to getting down to the essence of what it is. So, oh, you also have the 10 of swords, and I'm not reading this as a as bad as it looks. This person is stabbed by 10 swords. What I'm reading from here is the ace of wands, this idea that you have, this thing that you want to embark on, your retreat, um, is very transformational, and it's going to help you transform as well. It's going to take you to a place where you never really thought that you would be able to go. You're going to be shedding something, you're leaving something behind, only to find your true essence, right? You're here to find, this is going to bring you to your true calling, like what I said earlier. um because it's going to help you shed whatever thoughts or whatever was holding you back before. um I see the Princess of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles as well, along with the Two of Pentacles. And this is under the High Priestess card. So, with the Princess of Swords, this is basically the page. You are learning, you're gathering things. And with the Queen of Pentacles, you're taking all of these things that you have learned and you're combining it into this gift that you're wanting to share with others. Two of Pentacles is often thought of that, that juggling card. But what I'm reading from it here is that you're combining two things, right? They're coming together. The yin, the yang, the male, the female, the one and the two are coming together and making a three, creating something, right? Creating this three empress energy. So, not only is this retreat going to help others, but it's going to help you yourself, and it's going to help transform you into that person that you've always knew was there, but you have never quite tapped into it just yet. We also have more major arcana here. We've got the Hermit, and we also have the Hierophant. And I often read the Hierophant as that communing with the higher power, right? Communing with God, communing with, yourself, your guides, even spell work. And so what I see here is, you have the Knight of Wands too. This guy is fire of fire, and that really matches our Eight of Wands as well. Okay. You have, you're you're ready. Okay. You're ready because you are coming out of this hermit space, and you're coming into this place where you're starting to commune, starting to understand what your higher calling and what your guides, what your ancestors have been pushing you towards for so long, and you're ready to put it into action. So what I see this retreat is amazing, and it's going to be amazing for all involved. It's going to be, like I said, amazing for you because it's going to help push you into that person that you've always wanted to be. You've always knew what was there, that essence within yourself. But for some reason you haven't really shown that. You haven't allowed that to shine. And I think maybe it might be because you didn't quite know what it was or how to do it, how to push it out. Um, and you pushing this out and helping others is going to help you, is going to help you transform, because it's going to make you understand who you really are. So yes, it's great. I didn't really see any indication of to where it needed to be. Um, I don't know. There's what is that, geomancy or something where you can find what is it where you can find a location. But something just popped into my head. It would be great to go to one of those uh what are those called? Those points on the earth where they hold lots of where it holds lots of energy. um, Julie was talking about it earlier. Yes, that's what the hermit was saying, that you've been hibernating, but I think it's time to come out, you know? It's time to come out. I see that you're ready. We had the very first card was the Ace of Wands. Astrocartography, right. And finding those like lay points where the energy is converging, coming together. You could also create your own like energy grid within a space for yourself by burying crystals and arranging them in a grid type situation, right? Um, you can do that to elevate your space as well. So as far as choosing a space, I would find a space that is along one of those lay points. That's not the word I'm looking for. Astrocartography, yes, but there's places within on the earth that hold a certain energy, like yes, especially for you, but not only for just one individual, they just hold a lot of energy. And I wish I could think of the dang word. Okay, so let's see who is next. Halo is next. Does Robert agree with my gentle goodbye message? Okay. All right, Halo, are you still here? I've never been to Hawaii. Have you been to Hawaii? Okay, there you are. All right, Halo, Robert. So I'm going to have to read from your energy. Yeah, I can't think of it either. There's a word. I'm going to read on your energy as it relates to Robert, right? Uh, Only because I don't know Robert, and I'm kind of honing in on your energy. Mm. I've never been to Hawaii. I hear it's expensive. Is it expensive? I'm sure it's beautiful. Wanting to know how he processed since he hasn't replied yet. Okay. Let's see. What does Robert think about Halo's gentle goodbye? Well, that's always, a hard thing. Rejection, and people deal with it. And Hawaii's cheaper than your state? Wow. People deal with it in many different ways. Rejection, some get mad, some go into hiding, some don't care and keep pursuing anyway, So let's see. What does Halo think about Robert's? What does Robert think about Halo's gentle goodbye? All right, let's see. Oh my gosh, we got the Eight of Wands. We've got the Tower. And we've got the Ten of Swords. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, the Tower, of course, is a card of cataclysmic destruction, sudden and just not prepared for it. And then we've got the Ten of Swords. So I think, but we also have the Ace of Wands, which is, I'm gonna have to pull more cards. Hold on. Let me see what this means, because they both, I mean, the Tower and the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Wands is like a gift. It's like the gift of of action. It's like the essence of action. And then we have the Tower, which, like I said, cataclysmic destruction. And Ten of Swords is usually an ending. And there's a sadness in this card, it's almost like there might be some kind of oil spill. The sun is setting in here, and just the mood of this card is just very, very sad. So, so let's see what we have. So it looks like you guys have some history together. And you've got the Ace of Pentacles along with the Ace of Wands and the Fool. So we got to think about this. How does Robert feel about your gentle goodbye? Well, I think it really hurt him. And it took him there's lots of aces here. You've got the Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands again, and the Ace of Cups. Um, so and the Fool is here. Like, oh my gosh. We've got the Nine of Swords, the King of Pentacles, and the Two of Swords. Whew. Um, so what's really standing out to me is the Fool and the Nine of Swords. The Fool is a card of an energy of stepping into something almost blindly, right? So maybe you guys got together, um, and it was, you guys had a lot of fun in the beginning, as it always is. It's always fun, it's always infatuation. There's always that attraction that keeps you there. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles. It seemed like things maybe slowed down a little bit. And then there happened to be a situation with the Knight of Swords, the Nine of Swords, and this is usually the nightmare card, meaning that there's lots of anxiety and thoughts going on that may or may not be of reality. Um, but however, we have the King of Pentacles, which is a very strong and sturdy card. So the bottom card, we have the Two of Swords. So again, there's lots of conflicting energy. Um, it seems like this might be a situation where there's lots of potential, but there is going to take lots of work um, to make it bloom into something that's for both of you guys. Um, and as far as how he took it, like the Tower and the Ten of Swords alone, I think he took it in a hard way, right? I don't think he saw it coming. But I think he feels that there is some kind of potential with with what you guys have. And that and I say that because there's so many aces. The aces are beginnings, they're potential. It's like endless potential. It's like the essence of things, right? And it's like a seed, the seed goes into the ground. It may or may not germinate. It depends what type of nutrients you put into it. Um, but but it still has the potential to grow. So he overthinks and he has a lot going on. And so, yeah, that's what the Nine of Swords is saying, that there's lots of anxiety, mental anxiety. Um, but ultimately there's this Two of Swords, and so this and I think this is a card for you. This is a card for you to decide if you want to stay with this energy, if you want to stay with him, because he thinks that there's lots of potential, but if you feel that there is not, it's going to take work, and it's going to take work from both of you guys. You know, my therapist always says that people attract one another because they can learn and heal each other. They have the ability to trigger you and you trigger them. But the idea is the connection that you two have, you come together because you care about one another. You come together because you want to be together, And so, because you can trigger one another, you can also help that person grow through that trigger. You can teach them um, that, hey, I'm so sorry I triggered you. However, I didn't mean it that way. And so there's an opportunity for both of you to heal one another, right? You on your side, to maybe not trigger him, but him on his side to not take that as an offense, right? Or him not to go on the defense because that happened. So, that's just what my therapist says, that people come together because we have the opportunity to heal one another. And that's really what I see here, because there's so much potential that I see, but there are some issues that definitely will need to be worked on. So, so like I said, it's up to you. And if you're young, this is the time where you get to figure out whether I'm hoping he saw I said it in love. Okay. Well, sometimes you do need to separate, and sometimes the other person might need you to like say, "Hey, I'm not going to take this shit." I'm not going to take this from you. And that gives them some time to think, to decide, okay, is she worth it enough for me to change, right? Is she worth it enough for me to better myself, to better our relationship? What you don't want to do is accept his behavior and then expect him to change later, because that's not fair. You know what I mean? You've got to put a stop to it and say, hey, I'm not going to tolerate this. So we can't move on. But, if you two decide, if he decides, okay, I'll change, you can give him another chance, of course, and he can change. So, I hope it works out, because I do see the potential here. Not only do you have 4 aces, but you also have the Fool, which is, potential at its core, and major arcana potential. Um, so, but yeah, the Tower. The Tower is never an easy energy to deal with, because it's abrupt, and we don't see it coming, but it's necessary. It's very necessary. You're welcome, Halo. You are welcome. Good. I'm glad to help. Okay. You're welcome. I hope to see you again. Hey, Montaigne Meshin. Montaigne. Will you save this video? Yeah, I'll save it. I'll have to remember to put it, to share it, because I don't have 1,000 subscribers, so I think it doesn't automatically share. So, hello, Share C7. You're a new subscriber. Yes, I have one person in front of you. Oh, and Montaigne just asked their question. So, but there is one person in front. Who was that? Let me see. Sharon. Okay, Sharon. Are you still here, Sharon? Does Pisces want me in his future? Lots of love. All right, Sharon. If you're still here, I'll read yours. Okay, yep, Sharon is here. Great. All right, guys. So I'm saying goodbye to some decks. I have the Phantom Wise Tarot, which is a black and white deck edged in red. I have Tarot of Landscapes, no edging, but it's just a bunch of landscapes. I have Tarot of Oneness, which is a really cool deck. I have Creatures Tarot, also another cool deck. These little creatures are so sweet. And then I have Mystic Mondays Tarot, which is kind of like a sort of a simple geometric deck. And the reason why I'm reading with these 5 decks is because my YouTube bestie and I, Elizabeth from The More Intuitive Me, we swapped decks. I gave her 5 of my decks. She gave me 5 of her decks. And I have to send her decks back. So I also have the opportunity to maybe buy a couple from her. Oh, Beth, yes. Thank you for hanging out. Good. Thank you for hanging out, and I'll see you on your next live, Beth. Oh, Lori, can you post Beth's channel? Um, Beth sells jewelry on YouTube. She has a really fun channel. We always have fun in the chat, and she buys jewelry and she sells it at really good prices. Let's see, what do I have on from Beth? I got this one from Beth. This turquoise ring. Yes, very cool. I don't have anything else on from her today. You're welcome. Yeah, Beth, I'll see you next time. Take care. Yeah, so she has a really cool channel. Love going to her channel. It's always so much fun. Yeah, I like it, Beth. Thank you so much. Um, Lori will post your channel. If not, if Lori's not here, it's Turtle Shell. Oh, there you go. Thank you, Lori. Woo woo. Okay. Um, let's see. Let me get back to I should have wrote this down. Sharon, does Pisces want me in his future? Okay. Good night, Beth. All right. So I'm sending these decks back, and I might buy this one from her, and I might buy this one from the creator, and I'll see if maybe I can buy this from her too. So we'll see. We will see. Okay. Does Pisces want? Hey, Farazi. Sharon. Oh, you're Irani? My brother's girlfriend is from Iran as well. Her name is Mansoure, and we love her so much. She's freaking awesome. She's such a beautiful person inside and out, and she makes a wonderful match for my brother. All right, Sharon. Got to give these a good shuffle. Okay. Yes, we see that. This is a tarot reading, Farazi. Would you like a tarot reading? I am giving free tarot readings. Right now I'm reading for Sharon. Thank you, Lori. Oh, you don't think you did that right? Oh, okay. Let me see. I don't know. The link just kind of dots on my screen. I don't know how it looks on your screen. So it says YouTube, Turtle Share. Oh, you're welcome, Share C7. Yeah, you know, I started my YouTube channel. I have been reading tarot for maybe about 7 years now. 5. I can't remember, lost track. Anyway, I started the YouTube channel because I felt like I needed to get my reading energy out. And so I don't know. I feel like the energy like just gets built up inside of me, and I've got to push it out somehow. And this is the way that I push it out. So I always get a feeling when I need to go live or do some readings. We don't speak Farsi. Okay, let's see. Does Pisces want Sharon in his life? Ooh. Okay, interesting. We've got another contradicting reading. Okay, so the very first card that came out for you. Oh, good night, Fatima. Thank you for hanging out. Yes, I'll see you next time, either on my channel or Elizabeth's channel or in your comments. Okay, so the first one is the Eight of Cups, and this is the card of letting go. But after that, we have the Ten of Cups, which is happiness. Okay, and we've got the Nine of Cups. Okay, which is abundance. Basically, it's being happy with what you have, and looking at these three cards and the Eight of Cups coming out, I would say that it's looking like this is a tie that needs to be severed. Um, However, if you look at this card, this rope has been tensed at both ends, right? And it's been pulled in two different directions, and finally it's at its last string, and the scissors are being used to sever this last thing. Now this is going to be a hard severing, being that there's still something that's holding you guys together. um so because this is a card of walking away, I would say that it is time to walk away, and that let me hold on one second. Oh, we can do that. Okay. Um After this cutting of the cord happens, there's going to be happiness and abundance that is going to be waiting for you on the other side. Uh, Walking away from things can sometimes be very hard, um, and it might not be the answer that we want or the outcome that we want, but because because we're using an outside object like some scissors that is cutting this, it seems like it's necessary that the connection be severed, because on the other side of that is a true happiness. And if you're kind of questioning whether this Pisces wants you in their life, I think that kind of speaks that you kind of already know the answer. If you had to ask, um, we never met people like at each other before. Yeah. uh, and I think that like the long distance thing it's really hard, and it's not meant for a lot of people. You know, some people it works well for, some people it's good for them because they don't want to be too um they don't want that commitment, or they don't want to be around somebody all the time, whatever reason it works for them, right? Maybe they have high jobs, high intense jobs. Um but but being in a long distance relationship, it's really tough because you're in a relationship because you want that companionship, you want that closeness, you want that feeling that that person is there for you. And so cutting that tie is going to be hard, but like I said, on the other side is there's so much love and joy and abundance for you to be had, that tie is actually holding you back from actually getting that abundance and that complete happiness that you really desire. um, and that's what I have for you, Sharon. A huge obstacle came and shook things up. Oh yeah. Yeah. And maybe that obstacle is that final, that scissor that needs to cut that cord, right? um Long distance is tough, man, especially when you have that connection with somebody, right? Um, but you don't actually, I mean, if you're not always with that person, living with that person, you don't actually know them because there's aspects of yourself that can always be hidden, especially when you don't see them in person or you're not around them 24/7, because they can hide certain aspects from you. Eventually, it does come out, but it takes a lot longer. So, okay. Montana. Yeah, Montana, were you were next, right? Montana and then or was it Share C? Let me see. Do 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 do. Yeah, Montana. Montaigne. I keep calling you Montaigne. I'm Montana. I'm sorry. Montaigne. Yes. Not Montana, Montaigne. You're welcome, Sharon. You're welcome, Sharon. I know that wasn't what you wanted to hear, but that was the very first card that came out. Um, but behind that cut is something beautiful. And behind that cut is that happiness that you are seeking. So take what's that word? Why can't I think of words? I'm going through perimenopause, you guys. I'm sorry, forget words. um, take solace in knowing that there is happiness after that cud courting. Okay, because you can put yourself out there. Okay. Will I be staying in the bakery department after the investigation is over? Okay, Montaigne. Let's see. We're going to use the Phantom Tarot for that question. Ooh, sounds like some tea, right? What investigation? Is it the health department investigation? All right. Will Montaigne be staying in the bakery department after the investigation? Okay. This is such a cool deck with these red edges. I mean, super cool. All right. See, look how cool this is. Red, black and white deck. I mean, ooh. Okay. All right. Let's see what we have. Staying in the bakery department. Page of Wands, the World, and the Hermit. Okay. We've got the Page of Wands, which is Earth of Fire. We've got the World, and then we've got the Hermit. So initially, I would say yes. But like these cards all to me are some positive cards. But when I see the World card, I often think of a new leveling up, a change, a new environment, a new situation. Okay. And then we've got the Page of Wands, which is Earth of Fire. And with this, the page energy is a very young energy, but a very exciting energy. Likes to move forward, right? And then we also have another major arcana, which is the Hermit. So initially, if I just look at these cards at face value, I would say yes, you're going to stay in the bakery department, but going to a deeper reading, especially with these two cards, the Page of Wands and the World. Okay. Page of Wands came out first. And what this tells me is that you have some skills about yourself. Not only do you have skills, but you have this determination in which you can make lemonade out of lemons. And so with these two cards together, I actually see you moving on to something else. But it's you moving on to something else that's going to elevate you a step up, right? Um, We also have the Hermit here, which is the card of going inward and self-understanding. So I think with these three cards together, going deeper into the reading, I feel that you're going to move on to something that's better suited for you. Um, the bakery, I don't know if this bakery is your bakery, or if your heart and soul is in this bakery. Um, but there's just something, it seems like there's something that's better suited for you, and it's not within this bakery, it's somewhere else, it's something else. And I think this situation is going to allow you to look deeper within yourself, to see, to understand that this isn't exactly where you want or need to be, if that makes sense. Montaigne. Does that resonate with you, Montaigne? I know change is very difficult. It's very difficult for us to go through changes because we like things to be kind of okay. So what I mean by that is, first glance, yes, because all those cards seem positive. So it's looking like, yes, you will stay within the bakery. But reading the meanings of these cards, going deeper into the meaning, there's something for you outside of this bakery. Okay, whether you realize that now or not. There's just a bigger opportunity for you elsewhere. And I think this situation that you're in, this investigation, is going to help you realize that there is something else other than this bakery. And that's what the hermit was saying. And the world was saying that there's another there's another place, there's another world for you, there's something else out there besides this bakery. Okay, share C7, you're up. You are the last. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Can we clarify if Scotty and Alfred is the only guy I'll be staying connected with? Wait, well, Scotty, can we clarify if Scotty, well, Scotty and Alfred are two guys. You're welcome. Share C7, what's your question? I can do another reading for you, Montaigne. Let me. Oh, good. You liked and subscribed. Oh, okay. Can we clarify if Scotty is the only guy I'll be staying connected with? Okay. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Yeah. Yes, and I don't have a schedule on when I go live. I just kind of pop up here. Because, and the reason why is because sometimes I just don't have the energy, and sometimes I need to get the energy out. So it's hard for me to schedule things. Can I see about love? Is anything coming? I am single and have always been single. Okay. All right. So share C7 has a love question. So you've never had a boyfriend, girlfriend? Or do you mean married? Some people say single as in being married. Okay. Oh, okay. Not even a date. Okay. All right. And I'm guessing you want to have that. Okay. So, all right, let's see. East, west, north, south. All right. Share C7 and love. One more shuffle. All right. Oh, you're older. Never kissed? Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, well, let's see, share C7. So we have justice. We have action of pentacles. And we have the 5 of swords. Okay, I'm going to need to pull some more cards on this one. Okay. Okay, so we've got the action of pentacles here. And what that means is you've got to make some movement here. Action of pentacles is a knight. This card renamed the knights. And the knight of pentacles is the slowest moving knight of the deck, right? Earth moves very slow, whereas fire is fast, air is fast, water flows and can be fast. So so the Knight of Pentacles. Hi, Maximiliano. Hello, madam. Okay, just a minute, Maximiliano. I'm reading for Share C7, and then Montaigne has a question. So the Knight of Pentacles, like I said, is our slower moving knight. And so what this is telling me is that you've got to make some movement here. Let me check my time. Okay. Yes, and then Maximiliano, after you, you're going to be my last person. You're going to have to make some movement here. I do have the 5 of swords for you as well, Share C7. And what that's telling me is that you're kind of there's like some kind of mind something that's going on with you, something going on in your mind where you feel like you need to be isolated. And the very first card that came out for you also is Justice, which I need to get some further understanding on here. So let me finish shuffling this deck. All right. Looking for share C7. We've got the 8 of Cups, the 4 of Pentacles, the Sun, the 3 of Swords, the Queen of Swords, the Hanged Man, 7 of Cups. 7 of Cups is making a big show up here. Okay. All right, share C7. So with our Justice card, so Justice, of course, is about equality, making things equal. Let's see. Let me see what you said. Yes, and a woman, if that helps. I just focus on being the type of person I wanted, but haven't gotten anything. Okay. I'm at a serious loss here and wondering if a love relationship is even possible for me. Okay, so with Justice, I feel there is a lot of Justice is like a lot of decision making, right? When somebody is in a position of judging, they have to weigh the options. They have to understand all of the sides. Um, and so what I see is going on here is there's just a lot of thinking and non-movement, right? There might be a situation where you've had opportunities, but you've kind of walked away from them, or maybe not even realized, especially with this 4 of Cups here. The 4 of Cups is a card of kind of ennui, holding on and staying really tight and not allowing anybody in. And so it seems like there may have been some opportunities in the past, but you haven't really taken advantage of them. We've got the Sun here. which which overall, because the sun is like the best card in the deck, right? Because this is life, this is light, warmth, energy. It's really what drives us on earth, right? So if we personify the sun in this life-giving, warm, love sending, nurturing energy, I feel like this is possible for you, but I do feel like there is a blockage. We have, like I said, there's lots of air energy, the Three of Swords, and we've got the Queen of Swords here. Um, and with these two cards, I feel that there might be a situation in which you kind of talk yourself out of things, or you don't allow you talk yourself out of it. You don't allow the right you don't allow the right thoughts that would cultivate the right thoughts, the right emotions that would cultivate a relationship. Again, we have the Hanged Man, another thinking card, another sort of in suspension without making any kind of movement. And the last card we have is the Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups I'm sorry, the Four of Cups is the ennui card. This is the card of not knowing, not really understanding what you really have, okay? And always looking around you, what others have, or just thinking about what you don't have. So really what I see here is you are your enemy here. I think it's you that is kind of holding yourself back. Now, you asked if you would receive the love, if you were going to have it, if it's possible for you. I see that it's possible. I see that it's possible, but I also see that you're kind of holding yourself back in a way. And it's going to take some really deep diving, soul searching, understanding for you to see what it is that's holding you back, right? And what I would suggest, one thing that really helps me is my tarot cards, and that's because I'm a tarot reader. But if you were to think about this, if you just get a deck that you maybe like the art, right? A deck where the art speaks to you. You know, I have several different decks here. There's many decks out there. And read it intuitively. Okay. So you'll just get your deck, ask yourself a question. What is it that I need to focus on today? What is it that I'm not seeing today? What is it that I don't understand? Pull 3 cards and look at those cards, see what comes to you intuitively. What does this card say to you, right? This card says to me, without even knowing the definition, that this is a card of reaping the harvest. This is a card of um, taking care of something, growing something, and then being patient enough to wait for that, putting my resources and energy into it, and being patient enough to wait for it to blossom and bloom into what it needs to be so that I can reap the benefits from it, right? So if you look at it intuitively without even knowing the meaning of it, you have 78 different scenarios in which you can interpret something that you never would have thought possible. Okay. So you would be able to put a thinking card, a waiting card, and then a sadness card together, and you would put that towards your question, and then you would think to yourself, okay, then you start brainstorming, how does these 3 cards apply to my situation? Or you can even use 1 card. Okay, but the idea here is you've got to step out of yourself and try to understand yourself from a different perspective, because like I said, you're holding yourself back here. You're keeping yourself for whatever reason. I can't really see what the reason is. That's for something for you to discover. But using a deck of cards, I think is an easy way, because like I said, it's 78 different possibilities, and you really need to understand something that you're not picking up on um, consciously. Okay. There's something subconscious that's going on that's keeping you from, I mean, maybe you have some trauma, maybe you feel that you don't deserve somebody, maybe, I don't know, you think everybody's an idiot. I don't know. um, but there is a call for some soul searching here. So let's see. I'm a lost warning here. And I think a relationship is possible because, like I said, we have the Sun card here. We even have the Queen of Pentacles. And this is like Empress energy, where she is like that mother energy, cultivating, loving things, right? So, but the big things that I see here is we've got the Four of Pentacles and the Four of Cups. This is ennui. This is not realizing the gifts that you have. And this is holding on to things. Look at him. He's holding on to all of his pentacles. So he's basically keeping everything to himself, right? So that's what I have for you. So let me see what you said. I'm not sure how to proceed. I've tried to be charming, but I haven't met anyone. Okay. Well, I mean, we've got to go out. And don't try to be charming. Be yourself. Be yourself. I have changed even how I dress, active, and I can't get around it. My tarot is showing me 10 of swords. I feel unworthy in love. Okay. Well, I mean, that could be the thing. If you feel you're not worthy, you're going to attract the wrong people, first of all, but also that's going to repel other people away. We attract our level, right? We attract where we're at. We can't attract somebody who is who's dealt, like, if you haven't dealt with your trauma, if you don't think that you're worthy, if you don't think that you're a good person, you're not going to attract somebody who's super confident, who is a go-getter, who's a charmer. You're going to attract either someone who's going to take advantage of you, or you're going to attract someone at your. So really, you've got to. Uh-oh. What happened? Did I not go live? I just got a note on my screen that said I was live. Okay. Yes. And I think that's what it is. You feel unworthy of love. There are some things that I feel that you need to work out with. And your tarot is showing you 10 of swords. Okay. Yeah. All right. Montaigne. Before I have money saved for answer. Oh. And I am trying. And when I was, that energy, I didn't get anyone. Glitch in the matrix. Yeah, I guess. I don't know why it said I was live. Okay. Yes, you've got some soul work to do, my dear. Some soul work. Let's see, what else can I suggest? How about working with the moon? I go outside. I did it religiously for almost 2 years and I stopped. But working with the moon is good. Get out in the full moon. Take some, I work with the elements, but if you just go out with the moon, you make a ceremony out of it, however you want to do it, light some candles, just get under the full moon and just sit there and start talking. And I swear to you, eventually the moon starts talking back. and and that's what I did. That is one of the things that healed me The moon started talking back, told me things. I started to come to understanding about things. I started to know things. Things were changing for me, and it was absolutely amazing. So there's just many things that you can do. You've just got to find out what works for you. Okay, Montaigne. I lived at an ashram. Oh, that's cool. Oh, all right. And get out there. I mean, meet people. Just do something that you like. Hike. Go to the park. I don't know. It's just we've. I don't know. Let's work together. Share C7. Let's maybe I can help you somehow. Um, yes. Let me get these last two readings out because my husband's going to be home and he's going to make a lot of noise. But let's stay connected, share C7. Email me. I'll do another in-depth reading. Maybe we can talk about some more things that can help you. Um, I've got lots of things under my belt that I've worked with. So, all right, Montaigne. Just saying. I'm sorry. Okay, are Scotty and Alfred the only guys from my workplace that I'll be connected with after the investigation is over? What is up with this investigation? Can you tell me, please? I am dying to know. Please. Please, Montaigne, tell me. Please, Montaigne. Okay, you're welcome, share C7. Let's stay connected. I can work with you. Let's work. There's some deep healing that needs to be done, and I can help you. I will help you. All right, Montaigne. Apparently, I harassed a guy I liked and didn't realize I did. Oh, okay. Oh, darn. You know, that's always a sticky situation. People getting the wrong messages, or people misinterpreting things, or you doing something that was that you thought was communicating in one way and they thought it was a communication another way. Yeah, that's not, I mean, it's just a miscommunication, but there is a protocol, especially in the workplace, right? I know lots of places have like sensitivity training, harassment training, explaining what harassment is, what you can and can't do, so usually it just boils down to us knowing the rules, and the code of conduct. So, but yeah, that's a tough situation. All right. Okay, AA into you. Oh, it wasn't even sexual. Well, I mean, I don't know. Some people. AA into you. I have closed the readings for tonight because I've got to get ready to go to bed. So I'm going to do these last two, but if you will send me an email, I can, or you can like and subscribe the next time I go live. You'll be notified and I can read for you then, or you can send me an email and I can read for you that way as well. So just go to my YouTube page. My email's on there, but it's burningwatersofthemoon@gmail.com. All right, let's see. Are Scotty and Alfred the only guys from my workplace that I'll be staying in touch with? Okay, after the investigation is over. Again with the Ace of Wands. We've got the Ace of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and the Three of Pentacles. Well, I say yes, because we've got the Three of Pentacles. So that would be you, Scotty, and Alfred, right? The Queen of Wands Now, this lady is a fiery lady. And we also got the Ace of Wands, which is an action, an opportunity to take action and move forward. And the Queen of Wands is somebody who cultivates this action and who gets things done. So I would say yes. Like these three cards, they say yes, that three are going to, be together, stay together. Y'all are somehow enmeshed because this looks like it's you guys. So, yeah. Oh, you're a Leo. Oh, well, that would explain all this fire energy. Yeah, but I say yes. I mean that three of pentacles was confirmation right there. And so you guys, it looks like you guys have some business to do. So like what I was telling you about your other reading, um it looked like you were going to stay there at first glance, but reading into it deeper, there is an opportunity um at a higher like a higher level. There's going to possibly, when we get the world card, it's that we've gone through some experiences and we go into a new world. So this experience is obviously going to be a learning experience for you, and it might even be like a change for you, but it's the change for the better, because that world tells me that there is going to be movement, there's going to be change. Like it's not your destiny to stay in that department, or maybe even in that business. Maybe you, Alfred, and Scotty are meant to start your own bakery, if that is something that you guys would do. Maybe you guys have a business venture that you guys can go forth and start. So 31st of July. Oh, July 31st. That's cool. Okay. So who was the other one? Montaigne. Let me see. Share C7. I did you. Don't forget to email me, Share C7. Let us work together. Maximiliano. Are you still here? Oh, yay. There you are. You're welcome, Montaigne. I wish you the best of luck. Let me know how it goes, because I really want to know. I do. Um, I just like to know things. Okay. What is your question, Maximiliano? Well, in the company, I don't know. That's the thing with the world card. It's just it's like it's moving into a different environment. It's when we get the world card, it's that we've been traversing through life, and we've picked up wisdom, we've picked up experience, we've picked up knowledge, um, we've done things, and now we're basically a new person. And so we go into life, and so we can step into a situation as a new person with new resources, with new abilities, with just the experiences that we have, right, that we've had. And so perhaps, like, I'm just trying to give you an example. Maybe with this experience within the bakery, you have learned things, picked up knowledge, picked up experience, and you're able to start your own bakery. Also with Scotty and what was it, Frankie, whatever his name was, Alfred, they have resources and abilities as well. Scotty could be the, I don't know, cashier, and Alfred could be the manager, whatever. He could, or one of those guys can raise funds for you guys to start. So with you three working together, that Three of Pentacles, that is collaboration. And that's coming together and creating something. And since there's three of y'all, I mean, it's like it's serendipitous, right? So that's what I mean. Okay, career, please. What's coming towards in my job? Hey, how are you? I was hoping to ask. Oh, okay. Oh, all these guys are coming in. Hi, Moldy. Hi, SS. So I'm actually closing up here. I'm doing a last reading for Maximilian. But if you can like the video and subscribe, next time I go live, I can read for you. Or you can email me at burningwatersofthemoon@gmail.com and I'll do a reading for you then. So I do have to get to bed. Yeah, I'm tired. I have to work in the morning. I work in accounting, so I've got to start processing payments and closing, reconciling so we can get the last month closed. So I'm tired. And I've been on for 2 hours. Okay, Maximilian, what's what's coming towards in my job? Okay, I'm going to use the Tarot of Oneness. Yes, you too, Moldy. Have a nice night. Thank you for coming in, Moldy. And thank you for coming in, SS. All right, let's see. Career, east, west, north, and south. Uh-oh, my husband's home. He is going to come in. Oh, that's my daughter. Hang on, I gotta get the door. I'm coming. Daddy's on his way home too. I thought you were Daddy. I'm back. Okay. All right. What's coming towards the career? What's coming in my job? Okay, this is for Maximiliano. All right. Ooh, the embodiment of swords, the Ace of Swords, and the Sun. Okay, well, this seems really good for you, Maximiliano. So the embodiment of swords. Oh, you know what? This deck, rename the courts. That's never fun because it's like you rename and then we forget. It's hard to remember, right? I have like 70 decks, and it's always when people rename the suits or the cards, it's like, okay, what does that mean? I forgot. Okay. All right. So embodiment is the king. So you've got the King of Swords, heir of air. And I think this is absolutely amazing because not only did you get the the King of Swords, you also got the Ace of Swords. And on top of that, you got the best card in the deck, which is the Sun card. Okay. And the reason why the Sun card is the best card in the deck is because the sun is basically our sun. It gives us light, it gives us warmth, photosynthesis for the plants so we can eat the plants and so we can eat the animals that eat the plant. You know, it's basically like our lifeline, right? So this is our essence, as you would say, in humanity, of humanity. So really good for you because I feel what's coming for you in your career with this King of Swords is that you're on top of your game, right? You know your job. You know what it is that you need to do. You know what it is that you want, where you want to go. You're working towards it. You have a plan. You have the education. You have the abilities. The Ace of Swords also tells me that there's an opportunity that you can take all of this knowledge, all of your abilities, and you can turn it into something amazing, right? Turn it into the sun. Turn it into something that is not only going to sustain you, but it's going to sustain the people around you. You're going to shine at work. You're going to be like a leader. So what I see good things for whatever it is that you're doing, whatever it is that you have in mind. Um, and whether I just see success here for you, Maximiliano. So, so yeah, I mean, what is it that you do? Because it seems like it's absolutely amazing, whatever it is that you do. So, hey, Jay, forever. Oh, thank you for liking and subscribing. Um, I've been picking up on a girl who has secret feelings for me intuitively, and I think she has black hair, but I don't know who she is if I could ask. I have black hair. I'm kidding. No, I do have black hair though. But yes, I've closed the readings for tonight, Jay. You, yeah, you can sub, and when I come back on, I can read for you, or you could send me an email. So, and then I can read for you then. I'm working in publicity company. Do you see me continue? Um, let's see. Publicity. You know, I do. I really do, because this is like a really bright reading. The sun kind of being out there, kind of shining, and that's what publicity is, right? And I see that you have the experience or the knowledge and the drive to get where you want to go and to take advantage of the situation that's being presented to you. So you really have good cards. I mean, the king of swords, the ace of swords, and the sun. I mean, these are really good cards for a question, especially, about publicity, about a career in publicity, just about career in general. Just a very positive reading, I would say. Yeah. So I would say yes. These cards are definitely pointing towards you're in the right um, field, and there is growth for you there. So, so yes, Maximiliano, congratulations. Congratulations. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, guys, thank you so much for hanging out. Lori, thank you so much for moderating. You're amazing. I think you're awesome. We do need to get together. So, hmm. Let's see if maybe we can do something like next week. Are weekends still bad for you? Because this next coming week is going to be tough with me closing the month and all of that stuff. So, so just let me know. Actually, I'll reach out to you on Discord because I am going to bed. Good night, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Take care. Oh, you're still here. Yes. Yes. Thank you. Weekends are great for me. Good. Okay. Weekends are great for men. I know. I'm just kidding. All right. Let's get together this weekend. I'll reach out to you on Discord, and we'll figure something out. So take care, Bunny. Good night.